People talk about talent as if it's a gift from the gods, something you're born with, something that guarantees success. I've heard it my entire life. He's a natural. She's gifted. He doesn't even have to try. And maybe that's true, at first. But talent has a weakness no one likes to talk about. Talent makes you comfortable. When things come easily, you don't learn how to struggle. You don't learn patience. You don't learn how to stand back up when you fail, because failure is rare in the beginning. Discipline, on the other hand, is learned the hard way. Talent shines early. Discipline survives long enough to matter. I've seen prodigies burn out before they ever reached their potential, not because they lacked ability, but because they lacked consistency. They waited to feel ready. They waited to feel motivated. They waited for the right moment. That moment never came. Discipline doesn't wait. Discipline shows up when you're tired, when you're bored, when no one is watching, when the results are invisible. Talent wants applause. Discipline works in silence. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're inconsistent. They train hard for a week. They focus for a day. They try seriously once. Then they stop. And then they say, maybe I wasn't talented after all. That's not the truth. The truth is this. Talent decides how fast you start. Discipline decides how far you go. I've known people who were average at everything. No special gifts, no shortcuts. But they showed up every day. They trained when it was boring. They learned when it was uncomfortable. They stayed when others quit. Years later, they stood above those who once surpassed them, not because they were better, because they lasted. Discipline is not intensity. It's not doing something once at 100%. It's doing the basics at 60% every single day. Anyone can be intense for a short time. Very few can be consistent for a long time. That's why discipline is rare. Talent feeds the ego. Discipline humbles it. Talent says, I'm good at this. Discipline asks, what can I improve today? And improvement is never glamorous. It's repeating the same movement, correcting the same mistake, hearing the same feedback over and over. Most people want progress without repetition, growth without discomfort, results without routine. That's not how reality works. If you rely on talent, you will stop when things get hard. If you rely on discipline, hard becomes normal. Discipline doesn't remove fear. It teaches you to act despite it. It doesn't eliminate doubt. It teaches you to move forward anyway. And slowly, almost invisibly, discipline changes who you are. Your standards rise. Your excuses disappear. Your confidence becomes quiet but unshakable, because it's built on proof. Not words, not potential, but action. Every day. People admire talent, but they trust discipline. They follow disciplined leaders. They depend on disciplined teammates. They respect disciplined people. Because discipline is predictable. Talent is impressive. Discipline is reliable. And reliability wins wars, careers, and lives. If you're talented, discipline will turn you into something exceptional. If you're not, discipline will still take you further than most people ever go. That's the part no one tells you. Discipline doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care about your past. It doesn't care about excuses. It only asks one question. Will you show up today? Not tomorrow, not when you feel inspired. Today. If you can answer that question honestly, and keep answering it every day, talent becomes irrelevant. In the end, the difference between those who succeed and those who disappear isn't intelligence, isn't luck, isn't talent. It's discipline. Quiet, unseen, relentless. And that's why it wins.